For the given reaction, ये product A identify करना है. This is the reactant. Bromination हो रहा है in the presence of ultraviolet light. Now what happens in the presence of ultraviolet light? जब अल्ट्रावायलेट लाइट होगा तो ये ब्रोमीन मॉलिक्यूल जो है इसका ये बॉन्ड का फिशन होगा होमोलिटिक फिशन. होमोलिटिक फिशन होगा बिकॉज ऑफ विच bromine free radical will be formed. Now this bromine free radical will attack the carbon of this side chain. So यहाँ पे ये benzene ring, this is the reactant. Now this group is CH2 CH3. CH3 can be written like this also, CH and then CH2. Now what happens, this bromine free radical attacks this carbon hydrogen bond and a primary free radical is formed. This carbon hydrogen bond breaks. This bond also undergoes homolytic fission. So side product is HBr and a primary free radical is formed. This is primary free radical. Now this undergoes rearrangement. This undergoes rearrangement to give secondary free radical, because secondary free radical is more stable than primary. So this carbon hydrogen bond on the adjacent carbon, there is rearrangement taking place. This bond also breaks. This hydrogen moves along with one electron to this carbon, the primary carbon, and as a result of this a secondary free radical is formed, that is CH and CH3. Here secondary free radical is formed. Now this secondary free radical then combines with the bromine free radical to form carbon bromine bond, and the final product is CN and then CHBr CH3. So this is the final product. So correct option is option 4. Now next question, match list 1 with list 2. In list 1 there are different types of reaction given. List 2, name of the reaction is given. So reaction A is Sandmeyer reaction. So A matches with 2. Then B. B is Gattermann reaction. So it matches with 4. This is A. This is B. And then C. C matches with 1. C is Wood's reaction. So it matches with 1. This is C. And finally D. D is Fittig reaction. It matches with 3. So this is Fittig reaction. So correct option is option 3. Now in this reaction, considering the above reaction, the major product among the following is. Now labeling these carbon atoms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 carbon atoms. So this can be written as like this. 1, 2, 3. On the 4th carbon there is a carbonyl group. 4, 5, 6. And 3rd carbon there is CH2, CH3 group. Now first it is treated with zinc and HCl. So zinc and HCl causes reduction of the carbonyl group, as a result of which we get this compound, and here CH2, CH3. Carbonyl group is reduced to CH2 group. Next it is treated with Cr2O3 at 773 Kelvin and 10 to 20 atmosphere pressure. Under these conditions there is ring cyclization followed by aromatization. So final product will be, now there is ring cyclization, a ring is formed, and then finally aromatization takes place. Removal of 6 hydrogen atoms, and this changes into ethyl benzene. So final product is ethyl benzene. Option 3 is the correct option. The species given below that does not show disproportionation reaction is. Now first one is BrO2 minus. Now let the oxidation state or oxidation number of bromine be Z. Number of atoms of bromine in BrO2 minus is 1. So 1 into Z plus number of atoms of oxygen is 2. So 2 into oxidation number of oxygen is minus 2 is equal to minus 1. Solving Z is equal to plus 3. Similarly, in the second one, BrO4 minus. Now, assume oxidation number of bromine to be Z and oxidation number of oxygen is minus 2. So, in BrO4 minus, number of bromine atoms 1 multiplied by oxidation number of bromine, that is Z, plus number of oxygen atoms, that is 4, multiplied by oxidation number of oxygen, that is minus 2, and this is equal to minus 1. Solving, value of Z is equal to plus 7. In the third option, BrO minus, number of bromine atoms 1 multiplied by oxidation number of bromine, that is Z, plus number of oxygen atoms 1 multiplied by oxidation number of oxygen, that is minus 2, and this is equal to minus 1. So Z is equal to plus 1. Fourth, BrO3 minus, number of bromine atoms 1 multiplied by oxidation number of bromine, that is Z, plus number of oxygen atoms 3 multiplied by oxidation number of oxygen, that is minus 2, and this is equal to minus 1. So Z is equal to plus 5. Solving this equation, Z is equal to plus 5. How to solve this equation? 1 into Z is Z, plus 3 into 2 is minus 6. This is equal to minus 1. So Z plus minus 6 is minus 1. From this, Z is equal to minus 1 plus 6, which is equal to plus 5. In this way, all the other equations can be solved. Now, what is disproportionation reaction? Let's take, for example, element, any element, let it be M. Now, this element, suppose it has different oxidation states like plus 1, plus 3 and plus 5. Now, when this is in plus 3 oxidation state in any compound, then if this plus 3 oxidation state is less stable, it will undergo simultaneous oxidation and reduction. That is, it will change into plus 1 oxidation state when it undergoes reduction, and it will change into plus 5 oxidation state when it undergoes oxidation. So, it will give compound in which this particular element is in plus 1 oxidation state, which is lower than the original oxidation state, that is plus 3. So hence this is reduction, and another compound in which the oxidation state of this element is higher than the starting compound. So in the starting compound it was plus 3, in the product it is plus 5. So here it is undergoing oxidation. So same element undergoes simultaneous reduction and oxidation, and in one of the products it has higher oxidation state, that is it has undergone oxidation, and in the another product it has lower oxidation state, which means it has undergone reduction. So this kind of reaction is known as disproportionation reaction. And to show this kind of reaction, element should have variable valency. At least 3 valencies that element must have, so that it will show disproportionation reaction. So in case of bromine, in these different compounds, bromine shows valencies, like in one it shows plus 3 valency, in another plus 7, then in option 3 it shows plus 1, and option 4 it shows plus 5. So the various valencies are plus 3, plus 1, plus 5, plus 7. Now in this option number 2, in BrO4 minus, the oxidation number of bromine is +7. So this species will not show disproportionation reaction because here bromine can undergo reduction and form product having bromine in any of these lower oxidation states, but it will not be able to go into any higher oxidation state because +7 is the highest oxidation state which bromine can achieve. So this species can undergo reduction, but simultaneous reduction and oxidation is not possible for BrO4 minus because in this bromine is already in its highest oxidation state. So this BrO4 minus will not show disproportionation reaction. So correct option is option 2. Reaction of Grignard reagent C2H5MgBr with C8H8O followed by hydrolysis gives compound A, which reacts instantly with Lucas reagent to give compound B. The compound B is now C8H8O. Write the structure of this compound. Now this compound is aromatic compound and this is the formula of this compound, C6H5COCH3. Now this compound is treated with Grignard reagent. The Grignard reagent used is C2H5MgBr. So Grignard reagent here, the ethyl group, it will have delta negative charge and MgBr part will have delta positive charge. Now here in this carbonyl group, the pi electron shifts towards oxygen because it is more electronegative. MgBr will attack the oxygen and C2H5 will form bond with carbonyl carbon. And treatment with Grignard reagent followed by hydrolysis will give the product OMgBr will change into OH due to hydrolysis. Here CH3 and here CH2 CH3. This is the ethyl group which is coming from the Grignard reagent and it is attacking the carbonyl carbon or forming bond with the carbonyl carbon. Next, this compound is treated with Lucas reagent. Lucas reagent means zinc chloride and HCl. So this OH group will be replaced by Cl group and the product will be C, here Cl, then CH3 and here CH2 CH3. So this is the correct product. None of the options agree with the correct product here. So none of the options is correct. Benzene on nitration gives nitrobenzene in presence of HNO3 and H2SO4 mixture, where HNO3 acts as an acid and H2SO4 acts as a base. Both H2SO4 and HNO3 act as a base. HNO3 acts as a base and H2SO4 acts as an acid. Both H2SO4 and HNO3 act as an acids. Now, when the reaction takes place, nitration of benzene takes place, what happens? This is the structure of HNO3. Now, H2SO4 dissociates to give HSO4 minus and H plus ions. This H plus ions will attack the lone pair of electrons present on the oxygen of HNO3. So, H plus ions will attack here and we get HOH, oxygen with positive charge, and NO2. This bond breaks, the sigma electrons shift towards oxygen and we get the electrophile, that is NO2 plus, and H2O is formed. Now this electrophile will attack the pi electrons of the benzene ring and NO2 group will form bond with carbon of the benzene ring, and this hydrogen which is bonded to the carbon of the benzene ring, this hydrogen will be removed as H plus ion. Sigma electrons will shift to form the pi bond in benzene ring and we get nitrobenzene. So as can be seen during the reaction mechanism, H2SO4 gives H plus ion. So it acts as acid and HNO3 accepts H plus ion. So it acts as a base. So correct option is option 3. HNO3 acts as a base and H2SO4 acts as an acid. In Carrier's method, halogen containing organic compound is heated with fuming nitric acid in the presence of. Correct option is option 1, that is AgNO3. If the halogen is chloride, then in the presence of AgNO3 it will change into AgCl. It will give a white precipitate of AgCl. If it is bromide, then on treatment with AgNO3 a light yellow precipitate of AgBr will be formed. If the halogen ion present is iodide, then in the presence of AgNO3 a yellow precipitate of AgI will be formed, and the carbon and hydrogen present in the organic compound, carbon changes to carbon dioxide and hydrogen changes to H2O. The correct decreasing order of densities of the following compound is. Now in these following compounds, density depends upon the molar mass. Molar mass of the compound 4 is maximum because it has benzene ring along with bromine and chlorine. Then next is, out of this dichlorobenzene and monochlorobenzene, molar mass of dichlorobenzene is greater than the molar mass of monochlorobenzene, and then the mass of monochlorobenzene is greater than benzene. So the order of density will also be the same. Fourth one will have highest density, then third, then second, and then the first. So option 1 is the correct option. This is the order of density, decreasing order of density. The correct sequential addition of reagents in the preparation of 3-nitrobenzoic acid from benzene is. Now benzene in the presence of HNO3 and H2SO4. HNO3 and H2SO4 combination will generate the electrophile NO2 plus. Now this NO2 plus will attack the benzene ring to give nitrobenzene. Then this nitrobenzene, when treated with bromine and aluminum bromide, bromine and aluminum bromide combination gives the electrophile Br plus and AlBr4 minus. This electrophile now attacks at the meta position of the nitrobenzene. So this attacks at the meta position of the nitrobenzene to form meta-bromo-nitrobenzene. This is because NO2 group is meta directing group and it is also ring deactivating group. It has both -I and -M effect. Then in the presence of magnesium and ether, this compound is formed, and this compound on treatment with CO2 and H3O plus, this MgBr group changes to COOH group and the final product is 3-nitrobenzoic acid. Now out of NO2 and COOH group will be given priority and the main compound will be benzoic acid. So this is 1, 2, 3, 3-nitrobenzoic acid. So correct option is option 2. Now in this question we have to find the major product. The major product is option 3. So how the reaction takes place? This is the reactant. Here there is CH2, here there is CH, then CO, then CH3. Now using C2H5MgBr and dry ether, here is OMgBr, C2H5Br will break as C2H5 minus and MgBr plus. This in carbonyl group, the pi electrons will shift to oxygen, giving it O negative charge, and carbon will have positive charge. So C2H5 group will get attached to carbon and MgBr group will get attached to oxygen. Now on hydrolysis, OMgBr hydrolysis takes place and OMgBr changes to OH and MgOHBr is the leaving compound. H2O breaks into H plus and OH minus ion, and this hydrolysis takes place in the presence of H plus ions. H plus ion will attack the oxygen forming OH group and MgBr will bond with OH minus ion to form MgOH-Br. Now on adding HCl, HCl will add across this double bond and the final product is product 3. So correct option is option 3. Among the following compounds 1 to 4, which one forms yellow precipitate on reacting sequentially with NaOH, dilute HNO3 and AgNO3? Here the correct answer is option 2, the fourth compound. Out of 1, 2, 3 and 4, the fourth compound will give yellow precipitate. This yellow precipitate will be of AgI. This is so because in all these compounds 1, 2 and 3, the halogen atom is bonded directly to the benzene ring. So it is very difficult to break this carbon halogen bond here. But in the case of compound number 4, iodine is bonded to a side chain. So carbon and iodine bond can easily be broken to give the yellow precipitate of AgI. Which one of the following compounds is not aromatic? Now, according to Huckel's rule of aromaticity, the compound should have 4n plus 2 pi electrons, where n is the number of the ring. Now, it should be cyclic, conjugated, and planar. So, the structure should be cyclic, conjugated and planar, and 4n plus 2 pi electrons needed. Now, following these rules, 2, 3 and 4. The number of rings is 1, so n is equal to 1. So according to this, the total number of electrons will be 4 into 1 plus 2, which is equal to 6 pi electrons. So structures 2, 3 and 4, they have 6 pi electrons according to the Huckel's rule, and they have conjugated structure, alternate double and single bond, and in structure 3 there is double, single and then lone pair, again single and then double. And in structure 1, the number of electrons, the pi electrons is 8. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, total 8 pi electrons. So this compound 1 is not aromatic because it contains 8 pi electrons. So option 1 is the correct option. In the following sequence of reaction, P is, we have to identify P. Now, this is the reactant, chlorocyclopentane. This is reacting with magnesium in the presence of dry ether. So, compound A is Grignard reagent. This is the compound A. And when this compound A, this reacts with ethanol, that is C2H5OH. Ethanol breaks into C2H5O minus ion and H plus ion. This compound becomes cyclopentane. This is the major product. The major product P is cyclopentane, and another product formed is MgO-C2H5Br. So the major product P is the cyclopentane. So correct option is option 2. Which one of the following is the major product of the given reaction? ये reactant है. Now this is made to react with Grignard reagent followed by hydrolysis and then treated with sulfuric acid at high temperature. When Grignard reagent reacts with this compound, the product is, this is the compound, and when Grignard reagent reacts with this, here C triple bond N. This Grignard reagent breaks into CH3 minus and MgBr plus. So CH3 minus and MgBr plus. Here carbon nitrogen triple bond, pi electron moves on nitrogen. CH3 will bond here from the Grignard reagent and MgBr will come here. This triple bond changes to double bond. Here pi electrons between carbon of the ring and oxygen, they move on oxygen. So MgBr bonds here and then CH3 bonds here. This double bond changes to single bond. So the intermediate that is formed is C double bond N here MgBr, then CH3, and here this is CH3, here it is OMgBr, here another CH3 and then CH3. Now this is followed by hydrolysis and treatment with sulfuric acid. Now what happens? H plus ion will attack lone pair of electrons present on the oxygen of OMgBr. This bond breaks and the hydrogen present here and the sigma electrons of the carbon hydrogen bond present here, they move to this position forming the pi bond. This group gets removed with continued hydrolysis and in the presence of H2SO4, and this changes to C double bond O. So the final product which is formed is, here we get CH3, C double bond O, and here it is CH3 and then CH3, here there is pi bond and one more CH3. So the correct option is option 1. The major product of the following reaction if it occurs by SN2 mechanism. Now this C6H5OH, it will give phenoxide ion, C6H5O minus ion. This C6H5O minus ion acts as nucleophile, and if SN2 mechanism is followed, it will attack this carbon which is forming bond with bromine. Bromine leaves as bromide ion. This carbon gets positive charge. This nucleophile will attack the carbon and the final product formed will be this one. There will be a bond between oxygen and this carbon and this will lead to the final product. So correct option is option 2. The correct reactivity in the given chlorides with acetate in acetic acid is. Now acetate ion is a weak nucleophile. Acetate ion is a weak nucleophile, so it will follow SN1 mechanism, and SN1 mechanism depends upon the stability of the carbocation intermediate formed. More is the stability of the carbocation formed, greater is the reactivity. Now in this case, this chlorine will leave as chloride ion. There will be positive charge on this carbon atom present here, and this positive charge on the carbon atom will be delocalized due to the presence of this pi electrons. So pi electrons shift here and positive charge will be delocalized at this position, because of which this carbocation is stable. Similarly, in this, let this be compound 1, compound 2, compound 3 and compound 4. In the second compound also same thing, chlorine leaves as chloride ion. Positive charge on the carbon atom gets delocalized due to the presence of pi electrons, but reactivity of the second compound is less than that of the first one, because methyl group, which is a big group, and chlorine, both of these will cause steric hindrance, because of which reactivity of the second compound will be less than that of the first compound. In the second compound, both methyl and chlorine are very close to each other and they lead to steric hindrance. In the third compound also, chlorine leaves as chloride. Positive charge is generated on the carbon atom, but this positive charge does not get delocalized. So reactivity of the third compound is less than that of the first and second. The fourth compound, chlorine is bonded to side chain. So here also chlorine leaves as chloride ion, and again the positive charge is not getting delocalized on the ring. Here again the positive charge is not getting delocalized. Therefore, the reactivity of the fourth compound is the least. So reactivity of the first one is greater than the second one is greater than the third, and third one is greater than the fourth. So correct option is option 2.